People accused of the murder of Stellenbosch wine farmer Stefan Smit are applying for bail. Among them is his wife, Zurenah, a private investigator who worked on the farm, and his brother-in-law. The 62-year-old was shot on his farm, Louiesenhof, in June 2019. The state argues that the murder was premeditated. For the latest on court proceedings, I'm joined by eNCA's Nadine Taron. And Nadine, what is the latest that has been coming out of the particular on that bail application?
So today, Derek Said, the private investigator's bail application continued. The state questioned him, and what came out in the state's questioning was that the police and the state have actually got a very strong case against the three accused. The state put it to Said that they have evidence that shows that Said would have benefited 2 million rand and a portion of the farm for committing the murder. Also that the phone that was used to send a death threat to the farmer Stefan Smit was used by Said in 2016. Also, Said and his co-accused Stephen Damon, they were in an adjacent room to the one in which the murder was committed at the time, and they claim to have heard, well, he claims to have heard no gunshots. So in all of this, Said is still maintaining his innocence, but the state also put it to him that his one co-accused, his brother-in-law Damon, had confessed to shooting Smit and also implicated Said in the shooting. So through all this, Said still maintaining his innocence. He says he was appointed to investigate theft and certain attacks on the farm, and that he has some persons of interest in mind, including people from Khayelitsha. He also named some EFF leaders who were involved in a land occupation on Smit's other farm. But the thing is, Smit sold that farm to the municipality before his murder. He gave the land to the people, and there would be no motive for them to do such a thing. Those members were in court today. They are very upset about the statements made by Said. But the police has such a strong case against the three accused that it doesn't seem it matters what Said says his persons of interest are. So
this private investigator, Nadine, takes the stand in support of his bail application, and part of his story is, I guess what they say in American law enforcement, some other dude did it.
Yes, exactly. He says he used to be a detective, and he has been doing private investigations for some time, but he was dishonorably discharged from the South African Police Service. He was implicated in 3 armed robberies before he was dishonorably discharged. So now he says he uses his police skills to do his own investigation, and he has his own case docket and his own theory about who did it.
And at this point, Nadine, so there's been this cross-examination of the private investigator during the course of his application. What else do we expect to still come out? You know, the opposition to the bail application, I imagine, should be vigorous from the side of the state.
Yes, it is very vigorous from the side of the state, but the defense wants to play a piece of evidence in court. It's an audio recording, but there was no equipment available to hear it in court today, so the case and the bail application was postponed to Wednesday next week. But what we are all waiting to hear is also the bail application of Smit's widow, Zurenah Smit, who was also charged with his murder. And new charges were in fact brought against Smit's widow, against Zurenah and Said alone this morning. Charges of theft and illegal possession of ammunition and a firearm, which relates to an incident of theft from the safe at Louiesenhof, where 2 firearms went missing in November 2019, which I'm assuming that's one of the things Said was supposed to be investigating.
All right, thank you for that update. That's eNCA's Nadine Taron, live for us from Stellenbosch there following that case. Look out for more of her reporting throughout the day and in the coming days indeed here on eNCA.